Good morning, everybody. We have $87.05 left, and we are about a half hour away from the national park. Now, I told you guys that I want to actually rent a boat and sail on the lake once we get there, so I'm going to get my super special waterproof camera. After that experience in the Palisades, I am terrified of bringing my main camera on the lake, so we'll bring this, we'll put a selfie stick on it. It should be pretty hard to drop this, and then we'll get the 360 views. Built in 1938, so this place is almost 100 years old. Oh, there's a bunch of geese in the water. People in the comments of yesterday's video, they're like, oh, we want to see you go swimming. That water is like 1 degree above freezing. Okay, national park, let's go. Several days in the making, but we are finally gonna actually get there. Oh yeah, that power steering pump needs some fluid. Here we go. And there's a gas station right there that's selling gas for less than $3. It is amazing to me how cheap gas can be like this close to Canada. I know that as soon as we cross the border, it'll go up to like $6 a gallon. Okay, this is the Ash River Visitor Center. I don't actually know what that means. We're just gonna park the car and then head out. We're not gonna go on the boat first. We're just gonna go hike through the forest. Damn it, I miss my bike. I miss riding through forests like these and setting up a tent, and I don't miss getting wet and having to put the tent back away, but you know, I've never even heard about this national park before I decided to go on this trip. I didn't know that we had one up here. I won't lie, I'm getting nasty flashbacks to my hike through Germany when I was going to try to walk to Belgium. I'm glad my knee is feeling better. Okay, you guys actually need to see this. This is kind of crazy. Out here in the middle of the forest, I still have 5G connectivity. I have 5G signal out in the middle of nowhere. I have cell coverage out here thanks to the sponsor of this video, Airalo. Airalo is an eSIM company that specializes in people who like traveling. An eSIM is an electronic SIM card. It's a SIM card that you download on the internet and you don't need to worry about putting cards in or taking things out or visiting physical stores. Actually, I'm just gonna show you guys on their app how easy it is to get a SIM card. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna download the Airalo app. Inside the app itself, if you know that you're only gonna be traveling to one particular country, you can just search for that country. There's over 200 listed. But if you think that you're gonna be traveling to more than one country, you can come over here to the regional eSIMs. You can get an eSIM for the entire continent of Africa, Asia, Europe, Latin America, North America. This is the one I'm using right now, the North America one. This one works for America, Canada, and Mexico. And it costs $6.50. $6.50 for an eSIM for all 3 countries. And the coolest part of this, if you guys are gonna be traveling and you want a SIM card, if you use the code NANO3 when you're checking out, you'll get an extra $3 off. That means you're able to get a SIM card for like $2. I've got a link in the description of this video if you guys want to check it out. Seriously, huge shout out to Airalo for sponsoring this. I guess it looks like that trail was pretty short. But that hike did make me realize that I'm pretty hungry. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. Fucking unlock. God damn it. Fine. Gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Let's see how our avocados are doing. Do we have any that's ripe? Super hard. Super hard. Okay, I guess avocado toast is out. In lieu of that, we will settle for chicken and rice for breakfast. I'm gonna cook the chicken with the rice today. Check it out. Somebody told me that if I cook the chicken inside the rice, if I put like salt or something in there, it will stop it from bubbling up and making like this starchy mess. That seems to be working. That's actually really cool. I don't understand the mechanics of why putting chicken in there would stop that, but it seems to work. Absolutely no bubbling. Okay, I think we can go finish exploring the rest of the park now.
Head southwest toward Eastwood.
Okay, it says the canoe and kayak launch is this way. I'm not sure if that's where we rent the canoes and kayaks at, though. Regardless, we'll figure it out. Let's go figure out how to get a boat. So I'm thinking about this now. Is there any kind of special gear I need if I want to go on a kayak? I'm pretty sure if I rent a kayak, they will give me the life vest. Do I need anything else? Do I need like special boots? Help stop aquatic hitchhikers. Oh, okay, so like they want you to remove plants that get stuck to the bottom of your boat so you don't take plants from like a different lake and put them in this lake. Okay. I thought there's just like hitchhikers like on the water. You're just like paddling your boat and you see somebody sitting on the coast with their thumb up trying to get up. No, okay, they're trying to stop invasive species. When I was researching this, there were lots of places that said you could rent kayaks here for like 40 bucks a day or something. I just don't know where any of those people are. Oh, closed for the season in late spring. I mean, I suppose it makes sense. There's like not any people here, so they wouldn't make a lot of money if they're standing outside trying to rent boats to nobody. I'm just disappointed because I don't have a fucking kayak and I want to go kayaking. Honestly, this is what I was trying to avoid. I knew that winter was coming and I knew that these places would be shutting down. I just thought that I would get here in time because it hasn't started snowing yet. I'm curious if that means that all of the northern national parks will be closed. None of them have boats that I need to like rent, so I can still hike through them even if they're technically closed. I'm not sure if I can even count this as being visited, given that I'm basically stuck on land and it's a water park. They do have Wi-Fi and it's honestly pretty solid. I take it back, the upload speeds are terrible. Well, if the boats aren't operating, we can still hike through the trails, and then later today, I'm gonna sit in one of these things, I'm gonna read for a couple of hours. Actually, while I'm here, I'm gonna do a little outlet check. We got a water spigot, so we can fill up our water. I think that's drinkable. There is electricity. Oh, outlets. I'm not sure if my cable is long enough to reach that. I will deal with replenishing my resources later. I want to go hike while the sun is still out. I want to find a trail that is along the coast because I want to walk next to the water. They've got something that says passport stamp, but I'm not sure what it's supposed to do. I've never had to stamp a passport at a national park before. Maybe that's just like a souvenir, just so you can like say that you've been there. God, this is so disappointing. So this is us right here. This is the national park. But there's water in the way and we can't get there without a boat. You're supposed to take a boat to some of these places or take a kayak. They do have trails on this side, so we can take some trails over here, but like most of the park is... Before we're allowed to hike, they want us to brush off any invasive seeds or anything, so brush, brush, brush. I wonder if I could turn this into an ASMR channel. Hiking in the fall. In the spring, it's really cold. In the summer, it's really hot. In the winter, it's not really possible. Fall is where it's perfect. I just remembered, there are definitely bears here. That was like on the signs, is that like there's bears and there's wolves and all of the wildlife that you would imagine you would find in a forest. You guys have heard of bear spray before, right? It's basically just a can of mace. You might not know this, but that's capsaicin. Capsaicin is the stuff that's on peppers. When you spray a bear with bear spray, you're basically just spraying pepper juice at it. It is aerosolized peppers. I still have 5G signal. I have no idea how that's possible. Well, there is a road, so I guess we're not that far from civilization. Do I want to stay on the trail or do I want to walk on the side of the... I want to walk on the side of the road. I get the impression that this is not a super popular national park to visit. I honestly didn't even know that this place existed before I started doing this. And it's definitely not somewhere that you just happen to drive through. You have to go basically up to the border of Canada to get here. Whereas like the Grand Canyon or Yellowstone, those places are basically in the middle of the United States, so everybody visits those. I think that this road leads to the groundkeeper's place. Yeah, these people, they're in charge of making sure that if like trees fall in the path, that they're removed, that park is basically maintained. I think working in a national park would be really cool. Let's continue the trail. See, stuff like this is what the handymen are supposed to do, is they'll just like chop this up into pieces and move it out of the way. We've been hiking for almost 4 miles now. I can see the lake up ahead. There's a tree that's sort of bent over here. I bet I can get on it. I just really don't want to fall into the water. It's cold. I feel like most of this video is just going to be me walking through the forest and then enjoying the scenery. Not good content. Oh, there's fish in here. Okay, well, my camera just died and I did not bring a spare battery for it. So you guys are getting Pixel, or you're getting my phone's video. Whenever they come out with the next version of this camera, if they find a way to be able to add wireless charging to it so I can just tap it to the back of my phone and charge it up for like a couple of minutes, that'd be good. Because right now, there is no way to charge this outside of having the actual action pod. Whereas at least with the GoPro, I could carry external batteries. I thought about getting a drone before I started this trip because I thought it would be cool to be able to show you guys what things look like from like up above and be able to get cool B-roll shots. The two reasons that I didn't are, one, I would probably crash it on one of the trees and have to climb a tree to try to get it down. I've flown drones before and that's happened. But the second reason is that I don't really do B-roll. Like, you don't really get shots of just like slow motion scenic things in my videos. And I feel like it's kind of disingenuous. If I take the drone and I shoot it up in the air and you're able to see all of these marvelous things, that's not what you would experience if you actually came here. Like, that's not what I'm seeing right now. Like, how would that be any different than me going online and searching up Voyager National Park B-roll and then just inserting that? That's not what I'm personally seeing, so it's really not any different. I want the things in my videos to be like actually what I'm personally seeing. I honestly don't know why this park isn't more popular. It's gorgeous. And we haven't even gone on the water yet. It's also completely free. This park doesn't require any admission. That $80 card that we purchased, we don't need it for this park. It looks like it might rain soon. Okay, we are back to the visitor center. Now let me go charge my fucking camera. Okay, I'll see you guys in like 30 minutes when my camera's charged. 6 mile hike. Okay, I was right. It is starting to rain. But rather than like trying to find shelter, I want to go out on the river or on the lake. I am perfectly fine waiting out the storm right here. I just got a message from somebody on Instagram. This place is closed for the season, but if we go up toward the Canadian border a little bit more, there is a place where we can rent a boat. It's called Voyager Outfitters. It's by International Falls. We can actually cross into Canada. I can show you guys Canada for like a minute while we get there. I don't think we'll be able to go out with the weather like this though, so we might need to wait until tomorrow. We can still head there though. We are about an hour away. Here we go. This is International Falls, Minnesota. It seems I was mistaken about this place. I was under the impression that International Falls was like a national park or a state park or something that both Canada and America had access to. So as an American, you could go into the park and even cross into parts of Canada without showing your passport, and vice versa. Canadians could go to the park. But apparently that's not the case. There's actual border crossing if you want to cross the bridge here, which is honestly disappointing because I thought this was like a really cool example of America and Canada being friends, but apparently not. I am gonna park in McDonald's for a second while I figure out what we're gonna do. Yeah, so Canada is actually just like right over there. Tomorrow we will cross the border and we will go have some real maple syrup pancakes. I know that one of my friends, he criticized me because I use this like fake syrup stuff. So we're gonna go to Canada, we're gonna get some real syrup. Another thing that I wanna do is I want to look into a hotel room. It's raining outside right now, we can't go on the lake anyway, but there's a hotel room for $67. We can afford that. We've got $87, so we'll have $20 left. I'm trying to debate whether or not I want to just check the hotel out and go with it naturally, or if I want to try to do something to earn that money to get the hotel room for free, something like sports betting, or I also need a shave. Okay, I booked it, $67.43. We have $19.62 left. One of my friends, he is an employee at Marriott, so he gets like special discounts and he can give them to friends and family. He gave me that, but there's no Marriott hotels in the area. The discount that he gets typically gets hotels for like $45 a night. In the future though, because of that, you will very likely be seeing me stay at Marriott hotels basically exclusively. Looks like the rain has sort of given me a free car wash. Well, a little bit. This hotel is supposed to text me a code so I can get my key out of this little box of keys, but they haven't texted me anything. They charged me. Nobody's picking up the phone. They're not doing anything. They've got a Ring doorbell that nobody's picking up. They've got a phone number listed there that nobody's picking up. They've got a phone number listed on hotels.com that nobody's picking up. There we go, I got it. So tomorrow we will go get on a boat and we will go visit Canada and get some maple syrup. It's honestly not bad. Yes, bathtub, fuck yeah. Okay, cool, we're good. So yesterday's video is doing pretty well, and it seemed like a lot of people like the idea of me going to a casino and trying to win money that way, but people recommended that I try sports betting next, because apparently sports betting apps, if you're a new user, this is your first time betting, they'll give you like free promotional bets, to where you can make a bet and not risk any money. So we're just gonna go to all of these sports betting apps, sign up for a new account, make a couple of free bets, maybe make like a real bet, I don't know, but sports betting. The thing is, I don't know anything, I don't even know what sports are in season right now, so I'm letting people on my Instagram decide what we bet on. They're gonna pick the sport that we bet on, they're gonna pick the team, the spread. I don't know, no, sports betting is complicated, because in my head, it should be just like, you pick the team that you think is gonna win. If you're right, you double your money, if you're wrong, you cut it in half. That is the kind of bet that I wanna do. I wanna do just like a 50-50 odd. But in sports betting, you're able to do really weird stuff. Like you're able to predict how many points one team will win by. Like you think, oh, it'll be like 94-3, or you're able to pick like how many fouls one individual player is gonna. You were able to. I just want to pick which team I think is going to win versus which team I think is going to lose. Okay, so we're using an app called DraftKings. It's like a sports betting app. Now, the reason that we're using this app is because of this promotion right here. New customers get $200 in bonus bets after you make your first $5 bet. So we bet $5, and we basically get $200 of extra betting power. For anybody that trades stocks and options, that is 40x leverage. We get 40x leverage for free. Okay, I'm reading the terms of service about this bonus bet. I can't use all $200 at once. I need to do this in $25 increments. So I bet $5, and then I can bet an additional free $25 on top of that. So I bet $5 and I get $30 worth of bet. That means if I'm right, we make 30 bucks, and if I'm wrong, we just lose 5. Okay, Instagram has chosen. We are betting on the game Eagles versus the Giants. If the Eagles win, we make $90. If the Eagles lose, we lose 15. I'm not gonna lie, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is my favorite TV show, so I'm glad that I'm able to root for the Philadelphia Eagles. One downside to putting all of our money in this bet means that we don't actually have access to that money until after the game is over. So $15 that we put in this is basically frozen. So that means that we can't get a boat today. We can't go to Canada. We're basically just gonna DoorDash until the bet pans out. Okay, I'm looking at this right now, and apparently there is not a 50-50 odds of the Philadelphia Eagles winning. Apparently the Philadelphia Eagles are really, really likely to win. So we will not make $90 if this bet goes through. We will make $45. So if we are right, we make $45, and if we're wrong, we lose $15. For the rest of the day, we're just gonna be doing DoorDash. Look at that, immediately. $5 at McDonald's, accept.
Drive southwest, then turn left. Drive northwest, then turn left.
So I can't actually stream the football game itself because the NFL, it's copywritten.
Turn right onto 11th Street,
But
County Route 48.
I can start streaming in general, and we can all just like watch the game together. You can't watch it on my screen, but we can all watch it at your own house or whatever. Okay, a couple things. I've been dashing for like 4 hours so far, and I've made $5. We've had one order over the past couple of hours. So $5. But I've already put the money on the bet, so I can't back out of this. We have like $9 right now. The town that we're in, it's colloquially called the icebox of the nation because apparently this is the coldest city in the continental US. I can fucking feel it. So I'm just gonna chill for the next little bit until the game starts with my heated blanket. God damn it. It is getting late, so I'm gonna head to bed and we can watch football tomorrow.